Hello. Hi. I like to call you fucks. How are you today? I'm John Solo. You're not. Welcome to John Solo's Beer Brigade. Y'all know the routine. This is little Lissa Gramling, and she put together a stellar show today. This is the Ramblin Gramling show, where we go over all the weekly romance audiobook new releases. Then at the end, Lissa's going to review a book that she listened to this week or last week or at some point in her life. She has a bullet rating system, 1 through 5 bullets, and then a bullet breaker. That means that Amazon has to show up with 2 trucks to replace things that were broken. Maybe some bananas for potassium levels. Anyways, that's
and water.
Yeah, lots of water. That's where we're at. How are you today, Lissa? Everything all right?
Good. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent the entire day yesterday over at Pat's house, Pat's cabin. Took him to a doctor's appointment in the morning. Then in the evening, a bunch of us sober drunks showed up at his place. There had to have been 15 people, like a health intervention of sorts. It was an exciting, crazy day. So, yeah, just lovely.
I was about to ask how that went.
Dude, it went far better than I ever could have anticipated. But he definitely he looked cornered, to say the least. But it came out, and I got some more stuff to do today, but I'm like, because of all his stuff going on this week, I'm completely off. Like, I've only recorded twice so far. I'm off my game. I don't feel quite normal. Maybe I should make goofy faces. Hi, how are you?
Why don't you feel normal?
I don't feel normal. I'm off. I haven't been in the booth. I haven't been working regularly. It's a weird week for me. So, Pat's had... My old buddy Pat, he's 75, and he's had health issues for a while. It seems like this entire week I've been running back and forth to the cabin, so I haven't really been home a lot. But anyways.
But you're okay.
I'm okay. It's just
okay.
I feel odd. Good Lord. What, is this an intervention on me now? What?
No. You know how I worry.
I know you do, and I appreciate that. How's your health? Everything all right? Do we need to show up at your place and get you to a doctor? Or?
No.
Just checking to make sure. Looks like we have a bunch of stuff that came out this week, and it looks like the first book we have actually has an audio clip to it. So let me pull this one up. Got that right there, and let's take a listen. Here we go.
Hi, this is Tim Page, and I am so excited to share with you that Lust by Devin McCormack is now available as an audiobook narrated by yours truly. If you like paranormal, male romance with a little bi-awakening thrown in for good measure, you're going to love this book. It's super steamy, and Devin McCormack is an amazing writer. This is maybe my favorite work by him. So check out Lust by Devin McCormack. It's book 1 in the Saints and Sinners series, and it's narrated by me, Tim Page. I hope you love it.
Spider-Man.
I was waiting for that.
Thanks for sending that in, Tim. Miss you. Excellent. So that one was out. Next, we had Business of Love by Kaylee, Morrison, narrated by Joe Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. After that, we had
His Enforcer by Cora Rose, narrated by Harley Chase.
And then we had I almost read this as Fart House Fling, which was totally different than we had Frat House Fling. This is another, what are they calling these? What's the name of them?
Romanticodes.
I was going to say Sexcapades, by Nick J. Russo and Michael Fenola. Be sure to jump over to their website and check that out. After that,
I did listen to that one.
Really? What did you think?
You'll wait till next week.
Gotcha. You're going to do a review on it.
Right.
So is that the Amazon truck I hear backing up to your place? Was it?
No.
Just checking. After that, we had The New Neighbor, Corio Heights, Book 1 by Ry Cox, narrated by Zachary Zaba. And there's going to be a lot of these coming up. Next, we had
The Flirty Neighbor by, Corio. Did you say Corio?
I think so. Corio.
Heights, Book 2 by Ry Cox, narrated by Zachary Zaba.
Then we had Book 3, The Forever Neighbor, Corio Heights by Ry Cox, narrated by Zachary Zaba. After that, we had
The Hideaway Neighbor Book 4 by Rye Cox, narrated by Zachary Zava.
You know, now he's just showing off, I think. After that, we had...
That's you.
Oh, it's me. The Cock-E Neighbor. Corio Heights, Book 5 by Rye Cox, narrated by Zachary Zaba. Show off. And after that, we had...
Tink, Elite 8 Studios Book 3 by Emmy Sanders, narrated by Nick J. Russo.
Then we had Devoted, Hopeless Blessed, Book 2 by Lark Taylor, narrated by Dan Cali. After that, we had...
Bad Idea, Brooklyn Kings Book 1 by Felice Stevens, narrated by Cale Williams.
Great. That means nobody's listening to my shit this week. After that, we had Collide, Rainbow Dorset University Book 1 by Kriya Ratan, narrated by Alexander Sindis and Iggy Toma. Then we had...
The Shots You Take by Rachel Reed, narrated by Greg Boudreau.
You mispronounced Tremblay. After that, we had Red Flags and Tuesdays, a weekday weirdo standalone by Nordica Knight, narrated by Zane Daniels and Little Nick J. Russo. Then we had...
A Tale of Whispers and Rogues. Okay. Shadowborn, Book 1 by Jordan Lee, narrated by Darcy Stark.
And then we had The Witch and His Crow, The Witch Trials, Book 1 by Ben Alderson, narrated by John York. Then we had...
Awfully Ambrose, Bad Boyfriends, Inc., Book 1, okay, by Lisa Henry and Sarah Honey, narrated by Grant Cartwright.
After that, we had Cold as Ice, Portland Evergreens, Book 2 by Beth Bolden, narrated by Darcy Stark. I believe he was in, what was that, Game of Thrones? Was that, after that, we had...
Arthur, Warlocks of Amherst, Book 7 by Taylor Ryland, narrated by Michael Ferriello.
And finally, we had Finn, A Small Town Single Dad Romance, The More Men, Book 1 by Ashley James, narrated by Gregory Salinas? I don't know.
Salinas?
And Alex Kidd. I'm not sure if kids are allowed to work in this industry, but cool. You do you, man. And then finally, we had what everybody's been waiting for, what little Lissa Gramling listened to this week. I'm going to mute my microphone. I promise I won't say a thing.
Bullshit. Blue, My Protector by R.S. McKenzie, narrated by Michael Dean and Curtis Michael Holland.
I think there's supposed to be a comma there, like Blue, My Protector, not Blue, My Protector. That's a totally different book. Well, maybe it's the same. I don't...
Oh my God.
It's a good way. I mean, if somebody's protecting you, you should pay him back. You know, I think that's nice.
He sure did. Well, I gave this one 4 bullets because pretty much Michael Dean kept yelling at me during sexy times, and I don't like that.
I don't like that.
They both did They both did a very good job with this. It's my first time listening to Curtis Michael Holland, and I absolutely loved it.
Have you ever seen The Breakfast Club before?
Not that Curtis. No, that's Anthony Michael Hall.
That's my bad.
I know you're only joking with that. Wrong person. Blue is a psychiatrist, serial killer dude. And June, who Curtis Michael Holland played, is a barista who ends up the target of another serial killer and gets saved by Blue because he's at the right place, wrong time.
So blue is a noun, not a verb. I got it now.
He's a person, yes. And it was written very well. R.S. McKenzie has got a second book coming out within the next couple weeks, which is like the second book for this series. And like I said, I absolutely loved it. I read it before and loved it then, not knowing it was going to be an audiobook. And I really enjoyed it. It stuck with me for about a week or two, and I didn't really want to listen to anything new at that point in time. So I re-listened to the Irresistible Omega series.
Yeah, I saw that. you were going through that series again. I got to share this new sound effect we got recently. It's almost time for the sex, Bob. Sorry. Anyways, go ahead. Inside joke there, but anyways.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad for one. I'm glad you enjoyed that too. Congratulations, guys. Michael, it's been a while since I talked to you. I don't think I've ever talked to Curtis Michael Holland before.
You had a talk to the beard set up with him, but
and then,
things happen.
Yep, things happen, and then I stopped doing Talk to the Beard, so that makes sense. Cool. Thanks for putting all this together. Congratulations to everybody else. Also, thank you for sending in that clip, Spider-Man. I do appreciate it. We will see you all next week for more fun and games, and hopefully the Amazon truck shows up to Lys's house before then. Have fun. See y'all. Bye. Ta-da!